This story is about how to deal with the ups and downs of being an artist and or creator. Buckle up, because this might not be the answer that you thought you would expect it to be. It seems as if creatives and artists might have a little bit longer time to go through the lows in life. Also, because we are entrepreneurs, business owners. I say this all the time. If you're a professional artist, you're a professional creative or creative, you as well are a business owner. You will, for a considerable amount of time, will be the person who has to convince others of your creation. It isn't as if we have this semi-final or final product or service that we just hand over to the people and say, buy this. We come with the product here or from here, and then we just create what it is that create. You create that sculpture, I create paintings. I love also to do photography, all other things. Maybe you like to sing, maybe you like to dance, whatever type of artistry or creativity that you have that comes out as a product or service. It just has a different process. But selling it to the people, that in itself can be a tough process. All right. The downs can be pretty deep. The highs are here and there scattered. And it can take a while before the highs really are, substantial and strong. So that when there are lows, you are able to catch them and just go through them because you're built for it. That doesn't mean that you will not get opportunities where you learn how to be tough, to have a flexible mindset. Strength has less to do with how much punch you got as it has to do with your adaptability to different situations. If there are wins, how do you react? How do you respond to the wins? But also, just as important, when there are lows, how do you deal with the lows in life? I understand why creatives and artists say, I want to skip that part. I don't want to deal with that too much. I want to skip that part and leave the hard work over to maybe an art agency or an art gallery or representative, a manager, whatever it is that you want to hire or commission in your life to take over the hard stuff of your business. That particular part is not what this video is about, but I do understand it, and that's why I also included very, very succinctly, because it shows the magnitude and also the depth of how much work it actually takes for someone who has a business to set themselves up for success. How hard that might be. Even if you take that particular road, it doesn't take away the results of your creative process, the artistic process itself. A lot of it is done by you. You don't do that mostly in a group. Of course, you might have peers, people around you that might support you, love on you, motivate you. But when it comes to the creation, like I already said, you don't buy a final product. You don't buy a semi-final product. Nobody helps to package the product so that it's ready for people to buy and to be shipped. You have to create it. So that creation process is you and you alone. Nobody gets to help you in that process. And it's also not possible because it comes from here, or whatever place you find your creative process to be, your artistic process to be. That part, right, has an X amount of time. And that X amount of time is repeated over and over and over and over, which requires a lot of understanding and lenience, not only from you as a creator and artist, but also from the people around you. And that makes it so tough because those people don't get to see what happens here and how it transfers on, for instance, a canvas or a piece of paper or on a photo or in your fashion or whatever artistry that you have. Nobody gets to see how that transfer in that. So a lot of people don't have the patience or the understanding for it. They just want to see the finished result and did you have something to sell? Did you make some success with what it is that you had to offer? If not, why are you doing it? It makes the road tough, and it can also make the road lonely. It will make you question, why did I choose for this? Right? Why did I choose for this? Because I don't feel like constantly having to explain to people why it's important for me to put the time and effort into it so that I can create and develop myself each and every single time a little bit better. But it is a valid question to ask yourself, but why is this then so difficult? Why is this so hard? Why did I choose for this? Why can I not have it easier? I'm looking at my peers who have it easier. I'm looking at other people who have it a lot easier. They go through it like it's nothing. Seemingly, right? Seemingly. I think that any person who went through this to build something from the ground up and you have never done it before, of course, the wheel has been invented, but now you have to ride the bike. You actually have to sit on the bike and ride the wheel. And one day I got a download. And the download was, because you chose to experience all of it. Just like life. When you step into life, right? You became the full embodiment of that beautiful soul that you are. Whatever it is that you focus on, whatever is your concentration, whatever is the joy of your life, you also get to deal with the opposite side of it. Because why? Life is about contrast. How would you recognize light if there is no dark? How do you recognize the ups and the downs? No, seemingly for certain people, it might be greener at the other side of the grass. And, sometimes it just is. It is greener on the other side of the grass. Whatever it is that they have for themselves, they have built themselves to get to that place. And yes, there are exemptions, of course. There are exemptions of rich kids who have like a rich network and that's how they got into art and they can sell whatever it is that they're selling. But I'm not talking about the exemptions. Let the exemptions be what the exemptions are. I'm talking to the people that have done the work, all right? Actually have done the work. And when you choose all of it and you understand that all of it comes, right? The light and the dark, the up and the low, the up and down, the highs and the lows, ebb and flow, hot and cold, when all comes to it, you also determine how you respond to most things. Because what you respond to is the circumstances. But when you keep your mindset into, well, this is tough, oh, this is hurt, this is tough, it keeps on being exactly that. It's a challenge, always an opportunity to turn things around, to change the circumstances. Might not be right away, but you can change the circumstances by how you respond to your environment. Certain situations are just difficult. Certain things just are complex. Certain things just require a lot of strength. Are you able to build for that? So that when the wind comes, it's a breeze to carry it. Because a lot of people don't want to go through the hardships. They want to skip it. But when the wind comes, they don't know how to carry the wind. They're just in the wind, and now what? And you see that also a lot of times. People don't know how to act. And they come even in a deeper hardship. A lot deeper one than the person who has persevered comes into the wind and they just ease on through. Know how to prolong that. They have built stamina, they have built character. And each and every single step that comes after that becomes another challenge, but they already built that way. They already made that way. So that makes challenges and hardships not really that bad. It's not fun. It's not the most ideal situation, but you chose this life. So that means you also choose all of it.